Hey y'all, happy Monday. Hopefully you guys are excited to be back to work today, or maybe working from home, or wherever it is that we're doing in these new and different times. We'll call it different times. So I want to talk about gut health tonight, because if you're like us, you're doing a lot of cleaning, and we're using some different hand sanitizers. We're doing some different things that can be hard on our normal gut flora. So we have bacteria on our hands that help to protect us. We have bacteria, healthy probiotics in our gut that help to protect us. And they are getting torched right now, I would say, with all of the different things that we are putting them through based on our cleaning and our antiseptic. And I understand why we're doing that right now, but that doesn't change the fact that it can be very difficult on our normal flora, and we need to do everything that we can to try to protect it. And so I have some recommendations here. So number one is our food, right? We want to eat foods that are high in our probiotic type foods. And so we have listed those things before, but sauerkraut, fermented foods, kombucha is a good one. Those are things that would be getting, even pickles, some things like that would be getting good, healthy bacteria into our system. Different types of pickled foods, those are all going to be good. And then we also want to be eating some phytonutrients. Phytonutrients are like the colored stuff, prebiotics, sweet potatoes. Just Google. The best thing you could do is Google prebiotic foods. So prebiotic foods are foods that your gut bacteria want and need to be eating, that feed them. And then same thing, phytonutrients. Phytonutrients are going to have high levels of prebiotics in them too. And so again, there's several different lists of things that you can just Google and print those lists or save those lists of different types of foods that are going to be good. We want to try to get to the things that are on the lower glycemic side of that. Sometimes people can get high glycemic foods with these different prebiotics, so we want to try not to do that. So anyways, prebiotic foods, phytonutrient foods, foods that have probiotics. We want to stay away from foods that are not feeding nutrients to our gut. And so that would be processed foods, foods that have, like you've seen, the nitrates and nitrites, and different MSGs. Those are all going to be things that are not good for our gut bacteria. Sugars. So sugary foods are going to feed certain bacteria that are going to be more attracted to sugary types of foods. And that would include candida, yeast, and things like that. We can have overgrowth of yeast. That's a pretty typical problem that we see with people because they're feeding sugary foods. Grains, again, are not going to be another one where we're feeding the wrong kinds of things. That word dysbiosis means that we have an overgrowth of one kind of bacteria, or not a balance of healthy bacteria in our system. And so those are all things that need to be addressed in this. Having good, healthy, balanced bacteria is going to require phytonutrients and prebiotic type foods. Hey Nick, love you too, buddy. Prebiotic type foods, and not sugary processed foods. And grains. Grains are another one. White flour, refined flour, that's going to also feed the wrong kind of bacteria and things that we don't want in our system. So those are the types of foods. Of course, exercise is going to be good. Getting enough sleep is going to be good. Stress is really impactful on our gut and our normal flora. So all those things are going to be significant. I would also encourage people to wash your hands with soap and water, not antibacterial soap, but soap and water for the time that people say to do it, the 20 seconds or whatever. But I would try to not be doing the antibacterial stuff if you don't have to. Like sometimes there's no choice, right? But if we can do it less, that would also be helpful. And just washing our hands with soap and water would be better. So what else can you do? So there's some things. We've got some supplements that we recommend. So obviously you could take a probiotic. Again, vitamin D is going to be important. We absolutely have to be taking care of the gut environment. And so Restore, yes, Carol, that is called the Ion Biome now. It's changed, but it is awesome. So that is nutrients that will help to heal the gut and create a good, healthy gut environment. That one is big time. Again, like I said, you can take probiotics, but if they can't live there, then it's hard. You can eat foods. It's probably better to eat foods that are higher in probiotics, but we have to have a good gut environment. And so I think like I said, it's Ion Biome. I listed the link there. Regulat is going to help us to break things down. It's a fermented. It is not a probiotic, but it's a fermented supplement, and it is awesome. I mean, it has really, really powerful enzymes that help with the gut function, There's something that I'm forgetting to mention. You can test this. Oh, food sensitivity test. So if we're not eating the right types of foods, or if we're eating foods that are inflammatory and irritating, that's going to negatively impact our gut. And so there's food sensitivity testing that I would recommend people do. And the other thing is stool test. So you can actually test the bacteria in your stool. That'll give us an indication of what is living in our gut. And again, that is a leading cause of inflammation in the body. Your immune system is significantly dependent on your gut. They say 80% of your white blood cells come from the gut. It is significantly important to have our white blood cell types balanced, the lymphocytes, neutrophils, eosinophils, monocytes, all those things. We want them to be balanced in the gut. And again, those things can be tested just through routine blood work. So again, knowing is really 90% of the battle, guys. Understanding what to look for functionally. These are not medical tests, so food sensitivity test is not testing to find out if you have a condition. It's testing to find out what foods you may be sensitive to. The stool test to find out what your gut culture looks like is not a medical test. It's looking for balance in this, like we said, dysbiosis. And then again, just looking at the different types of white blood cells in your blood, whether those are balanced, that can also help to give us an indication. So those are a whole bunch of things you can do. Like I said, try to stay away from the antibacterial cleaners and the chemicals that are killing all of our bacteria, all of our good stuff. We want to use things that are, obviously cleaning surfaces, but not so harsh to our environment, our internal environment. So I hope that helps. Share that with somebody. Check out those supplements. They are my absolute favorite. I always do the Regulat, and every day I do the Regulat, and I do the Restore, and I do vitamin D. I never miss those. And I do think that it has helped me significantly. I used to get like bloating or didn't feel like things were digesting very well. And since I've been taking Regulat, I don't get it. If I don't take Regulat throughout, like on a weekend or something, I won't have it. By Sunday night, I'm like, man, I wish I had that stuff. So just some kind of, hopefully that helps you guys. If you have any questions, please let us know. Share this with somebody that is concerned about their microbiome and their gut health. And that's it. We'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.